I'm Sven from RMP. Could you please introduce yourself to the camp?
I'm Cam from 3 Inches of Blood, and I'm the singer. And yeah, we have fun.
How can you possibly sing that high as you do? Has it something to do with the school choir?
No, nothing at all. I mean, I sure sang in a school choir when I was really young, but it has nothing to do with it. It's not like I did any operatic solos or anything like that. No, I've had no vocal training at all, so it's just something I worked on. Tried to imitate my favorite singers. That's all it really comes from.
Which are your favorite?
Like Bruce Dickinson, Dio, Ian Gillan, like singers like that.
There are no founding members in the band anymore, right?
Well, I wasn't there right at the beginning, but I came into it shortly after.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. You have recorded all the CDs.
Exactly.
Yeah. But last year was your 10th anniversary for 3 Inches of Blood. But was it really a 10th anniversary?
I guess December of 2009 was technically their 10th anniversary.
Yeah, technically, but did you celebrate it?
No, I mean we kind of look at this year as more the 10th year that the band's been around, because it was December of '99, so and the band was still not really doing anything. So this is I don't think we'll make any kind of big deal about it being 10 years. We're just doing what we do. It doesn't really matter to us how long we've been around. But.
Are there some memorable moments with the band you would like to share with us?
Well, without sounding cliched, it's the whole experience for me has been pretty rewarding. I never expected joining this band that we'd be touring. I joined the band and all we were doing was shows in our hometown, and so and now we're here in Europe, and this is our 4th time here. So I never would have imagined that. So we've had lots of good times along the way, and for the most part, it's been very positive experience. So I'd say just the whole experience has been like one I wouldn't want to take away, no matter how much bad stuff we've endured, or bumpy road along the way. It's all been good for the most part.
Are there things you would like to change if you could from the past?
Yeah, maybe, but I can't. So maybe would have been a little more picky about who we allowed to join the band. In hindsight, it's a little frustrating. It's just the way some people had to leave or get fired. So maybe would have been took our time deciding whether we were going to really make them a full member. But nothing we can do about that now. So.
Jamie Hooper quit the band in 2008, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did it change something in the band? Because he was a founding member. Right?
Yeah.
And,
obviously, Jamie's voice, was very unique, and we weren't gonna. He's not someone you can just replace.
Yeah.
So. When he finally said, "Okay, I have to just step down. I can't sing anymore." We'd already been touring for a year or more without him. He'd been taking time off to try and see if it got better. So,
is there any chance he'll come back to the band, or?
I doubt it.
No.
He's too far gone at this point.
No.
He's moved on. He's got a career now. So he's kind of. But he loves what he does now, so I think he'll just stick with that.
Yeah. Is there much changed on that latest album, or?
Yeah, I think quite a bit. You know, aside from Jamie not being there, like we wrote songs not too much differently, but we approached the whole process of recording it very differently. Got a different producer, someone who would record a straight up heavy metal record and not overproduce it, and that's what we wanted to go for. But I was busier as a lyric writer, and we focused our time. It didn't take us nearly as long to write this record as the previous one, or even the one before that. So we wrote it in less time, and we recorded it in less time. And at no point did we feel like we were rushing to get things done. I think it was we were very comfortable with what we were doing. We had just toured the previous record for a good couple of years, and constantly stayed busy playing shows even while we were writing, just staying fresh. So ideas were always flowing back and forth. So it was different in that way, but we made better use of our time.
Are you going to do a great show tonight, or?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of. Sorry, what was that?
I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, good. Well, we've had a good time on this tour.
Yeah.
I think we've had a bit of a tough time some nights because we're so different than all the other bands on the bill, and but we win a few people over at least. And, we don't. It's almost a challenge for us when we go in and people aren't. They're a little weary of what they're seeing and hearing from us, and so we've got to we've got 40 minutes to like change their minds, and so we play harder when that kind of thing goes on.
Well, one more question. Justin, he does now the screaming vocals, right?
Yeah.
What does he do different from Jamie? Doesn't he have throat problems too? Or?
Justin?
Yeah.
No.
What does he do different?
He just does his own style. Like Justin and I, like 10 years ago, played in a band together.
Yeah.
And it was more like black metal, death metal kind of stuff. But before we had a singer, Justin played guitar and sang for the demo we did. So, and he sang in other bands and played guitar too. So he was the first one to step up and say, I'll do it. Like I'll sing Jamie's parts, because even we didn't want to like go and find somebody else to try and sing like Jamie, or bring someone we didn't know and try and get them used to the whole dynamic of this band. So, and before I even said anything about that, Justin was like, I'll do it. So we were like, great.
Okay.
And I knew he could do it. So it took him some getting used to at first, but he's been doing it now for almost 3 years. Yeah. So he's well into it, and he's not trying to imitate Jamie. He's not trying to copy what Jamie does. And, even I have to pick up some of the slack here and there. Like if there's parts that are guitar parts that Justin has to really focus on and he can't sing, then I'll do those parts. But that's not too many of them.
No.
Oh, will you see your
Thanks for the interview.
Yeah, no problem.
Really nice that we could interview you.
Yeah, well, hope you enjoy the show.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Let's go.